Hey, okay, so now we're back and we are going to do the Annandale sign. Will be our first sign, and then we're going to start working on assembling the La Prairie family. So what we are going to do is first we're going to take our blank and we are going to put our house number on here. And again, if you work your first number, last number, and then you do your inside numbers, you're able to adjust it much easier. There we go. Scoot them over. And unfortunately, because it's an oval plate, and this is such a beautiful, sophisticated sign, but because of the oval plate, it's a little bit harder to use the ruler on it. So it becomes just where you learn to eye your straight line. Okay, so that's good. So I'm going to put my tape down. And as we said before, you can reuse one length of tape 4 to 5 times. So this is actually my 3rd time to reuse the same length of tape. And just like the other ones, we are going to peel up the numbers. Peel the paper backing off my numbers. You always want to go lengthways, up, down, okay? Your whole goal in doing it is to make sure your number is adhered to the blank area, and also you're forcing any air bubbles that could have possibly gotten in there, you're forcing them out. Alright, so now we're removing our tape, and here is our house number. Now with the Annandale sign, you can only go up to 4 digits. Let's say you have a customer and their house number is 4, or let's say their house number is 42. So what you can do is you do not have to use the Windsor number, and I apologize, this is called the Windsor number. So you have a 1-digit or 2-digit house number, you can actually use your boardwalk numbers because they are a little bit larger and they will fill up more of the black plate area. Okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to take our Annandale bracket. I already have one hook on the inside of my bracket, but now what I want to show you is applying the hook on the outside of the bracket. So you get the C-hook, and you get a nut. You're going to put your hook through. I'm sorry, I pushed it too far up. Alright. Now I'm going to take my cap nut, and put it over where it's going to come out through. And I'm going to start turning the hook into the nut. There we go. Alright. And a little trick that we do here in the home office is when we go to do the plate, we turn one opening of one hook away from us, and we're going to put the other one towards us, so that when we put our plate on, it's just makes it so it's a little bit harder for it to swing itself off. If you wish to, you can actually take a pair of pliers and pinch your small opening. You can take it to each side and pinch it closed. Now then, when it comes to applying it to your pole, you're going to use the same bolt and nut that you have used in your boardwalk, Park Place, Oak, Rose, Excalibur sign. The same principle. You're going to put your bracket up to your pole, insert the bolt, twist the nut, use your screwdriver and pliers, and it's a done deal. And then you can take your spear tip, and actually let me explain something. This is what's called a cap tip. And what that means is it caps over your pole. You see how it goes over the pole? And that's why we refer to it as a cap tip. And because I do not have this squeeze, let's show you the finished product quickly. And this is the Annandale sign. These are beautiful. And again, this is the Windsor number, and that is the number font that you use with the Annandale sign. If it's a 3 or 4 digit house number, if it's 1 or 2 digits, you can use your boardwalk numbers. All right, so that's the Annandale. Now what we're going to do is we are going to work on the La Prairie sign. Now, the La Prairie is the same basic sign blank, only it's applied in different ways. And what I'm going to show you now is called the La Prairie house sign. And the house sign is just that. It can be applied to the house, generally there around the front door area, or if you have a customer who has a brick mailbox, this would be a great sign for them to attach to that brick so that it's marking their mailbox as well as their home. Same principle as all the others. You're going to line your numbers up, working your 2 outside numbers and moving in. You're going to go through and remove the paper backing off your numbers. If we have not already mentioned this little tidbit, what you can do is every now and then, very rarely, but every now and then you might get a large air bubble underneath your number. You can just take a straight pin or a sewing needle, whichever, and you can just pop a small hole in there in the bubbled up area, and then you would take your squeegee and gently push against the air pocket, and it'll force that air out so that the bubble is not noticeable. The bubbles, if there are bubbles, they do not interfere with the number adhesion. And there we go. Now, this would be the La Prairie house sign. And there's one other thing you can do. You can add the monogram to the La Prairie house sign if your customer would like it personalized. This is the letter X. Of course, it goes the whole alphabet, A through Z, as well as you can order a sunburst or starburst. It's called either or, and it would go right up here in this area. So that's the La Prairie house sign. Now then, you're going to take your La Prairie house sign and you're going to turn it into the La Prairie garden sign. And this is one of the few signs that we have that the numbers are only on one side. Again, the house sign and the garden sign, the numbers are only on one side. These are the boardwalk numbers, and they are reflective. And what you're going to do is you're going to take, before you apply the numbers, you're going to turn your plate over, put your pole down, mark where your holes are going to go, okay? Take a 1/4 inch drill bit to your power drill, and you're just going to, here you go, you're going to drill the holes in, okay? Then, using your rivet gun, and you also get short rivets, you're going to insert the head end into your rivet gun, take through the indented area, and push through the back, and you begin to squeeze the handles 4 to 5 times. It builds up pressure, and you'll hear it go click, and they'll snap and break off. And in the end, you would wind up with the garden sign. And again,